You know what? I am at this October 21st, 2014. This is around 10:45, 10:50, Buenos Aires. I am just walking. I just came out of my house and already Sodoma degenerados and its prostitutes, prince, crudos, carnivals telling that I were having sexual around with the pardon of victims. I still am robbed of jobs and possibilities of reality that I exist for the making alive and for the getting out of here. And still happens the abominations this still does. Trying to make in the coverage of everything like they do, making everything pass like I whack and anyone to witness what I just said and shown to come for murder them. The patriot of KIRSCHNERS. Pretended of Queen of Humanity, Queen of World and Queen of Heaven. A damn disgusting, abominable creature of Lofotok. This is not a Kafka production. That is a Filki projection. But the reality of this, and I'm sorry my missing headsets, just these headphones. You know what? The reality of this all delivered into much other things instead of the saying that everything I said and I done, like I already published, were everything I just published, but some extra, like much of times already said, pathologic imagination, need to be medicated, let's changing hospital. And the doctorcitas degeneradas, Fuerzas Armadas, telling that they got the title with the power of the C-word, phallus, Patria KIRSCHNERS, like the most of that remains now in the Cuerpo Médico Forense. And saying, oh, here is my title, void, the most, pardon the 5, and some extra. Which I'm not sure. Well, the reality of the strategizing of the angel, KIRSCHNERS, degenerados, obsesos, criminales, and the generation and schizophrenic of United Evangelics, telling that because of, oh, and those little kids are clones, and are clones that puts them inside him to the mouth, telling that it's them law, that whenever he do eat any sweet cookie, they're gonna be in because of its stems, and to get inside, to guess everything he does and everybody else says. And the Evangelica Diabla telling that they are the anointed of God, that they are gonna say, Sodoma, maricas degenerados, todavía en las andadas esperando que uno se acerque porque dicen, si no a los se lo hacemos a los tuyos. Perras abominables, porque tenemos que tener la razón y tenés que obedecer. Obedece tu maldito mandato y andate al infierno y vos mismo, pelotudo. Sorry this. Como se dice en el inglés, yourself, eso es lo que van a terminar haciendo entre ustedes en el infierno. Perras sodomitas. Well, sorry, I was saying about the reality this. On, you're sick. You're schizophrenic. How can you possibly say this? Which Lord never said me nothing, never shown me. Don't you see that I am the star? Don't you see that everything passed through me? And if I say no, there is no, and Lord only answers to my person. That's the reason why everybody gets around and killed, and we breed demons of Sodoma all around. Sí, evangelista degenerado. Y seguir llamando a médicos y a policías para que la gente que declara lo que estos degenerados hacen y son tengan internaciones para violación masiva, asesinato y vos quedar estrella de la enfermedad degenerada que sos. And in the middle of this all, I wouldn't only have pathologic imagination, but I also will have Berskels disease, but this that says they are doctors because of they commence with the power of the phallus of Sodoma, of course. So suddenly, what they says, I need all class of medications right now to be internated at the desperation of Cuerpo Médico Forense because of they misses the business and the power and positions. So suddenly, in the middle of this all, started to scream up, nothing ever happened, and everything like he said were only delirium. Only delirious thing. And my delirious thing were people that saw, people that pictured, people that recorded on video, and people that published, which are chased to the being murdered. But Cristina Kirchner and its Sodoma. So suddenly in the middle of this all, started to giving voices all around. The government of the United States of America, the government of Israel, and the government of the European states approached at the bench of the Argentinian state to declare what were happening in this thing and in this thing and around everything this one said and done. That were terrorism making, delirium all the time and never happened, but he murdered state members. So he's a delirious wag, which nothing happens, but he's a terrorist and he murdered. And the ones that said to be the government stores in front of cameras, in front of the whole of the world, are the ones that says the largest B-words that generates of Kirschners, officialism and Sodoma, with the power of the phallus, they are gonna be Mr. President saying that they are the legitimate governments of the states, but Mr. President Barack Obama, Mr. President Simon Peres, and the whole Mr. Presidents of Europe and some Asian with them administrations. The saying that everything is just like Sodoma Degenerado says, because of they are the supposed legitimate with the power of the phallus, with the commandment of the master, which is Luciano Troviano 666, la diabla delirante degenerada that thinks it's gonna be God with my genetics and fighting God and come to the heaven like one. So suddenly I give it this over this genocide at this day. HTTPS www. HTTPS www. BRMC BRMT CRMT 3831 383 5355 DMT middle DRMCK middle Vanska point INT. Vanska is UV AHN KS, I'm sorry, SKA, forgive me, F6, like before, last key and cleaner my site, last BLYTT is in New York. So at this day, I give you this. Do you think it's quite enough? I got this formed my shape, right? In the middle of also some weird, oh, have you seen how he looked at?